It's go time for a championship as the world's greatest snowcross racers take the challenge in Michigan. It's round 11 and the Ram Truck Snocross National at one of the largest, most extreme tracks on the planet. What racers are bearing down for a championship? Find out next on AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. Hello everyone, welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, site for round 11 of AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. The Ram Trucks Nationals presented by Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. This is round 11. As I said, we have had some great racing so far this season. Carly Eplin, Mike Schroeder, my name is Chris Hockey. Thanks for tuning in. Let's take a look at how we got here. Round 10 was in New York, and here's the Pro Light recap. AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram, the U.S. Air Force Snocross National at Seneca Allegheny Resort and Casino. It was a massive track in upstate New York, and that meant big air that's going to get you there. Perhaps Senior Smile, Kyle Pauline sums it up best.
I'm like, ah!
It's crazy out there. Yeah. Hit the front hard, came up over the front.
The world's gone nuts here with 3 laps to go in the Pro Light final. Somehow, Jake Angove made it through the carnage to the flames and to the finish. He's earned this one. Jake Angove will win this race. Saturday night, and another colorful sellout crowd showed up. The Pro Light class always brings it, no exception on this day. After a sluggish start, Elias Ishul made his move, working through the pack, and finally picked off Jake Angove for the lead.
Oh, Ishul, look at his chops after he's seen that.
To the inside!
Here he goes!
Ishul takes the lead! The Rocket does it, blasting off to the top of the box. Out of the FXR final turn, the flames in the air for Elias Ishul in New York. He has won the Pro Light division. Here's the standings, Mike.
It's still a battle. You know, Montana just doing what he needs to do. He's being consistent. Even if he's not winning, he's on the podium or up towards the front. That's what he needs to do. This thing, like we said, going to go all the way to Lake Geneva.
Yeah, Pro Light always fun, but let's take a look at what happened in New York in the Pro Open division. We had great racing there as well. Open the gates, it's time for the Pro Open class. And they're racing in New York. It's a drag race to the air. Fresh from his first ever podium in Deadwood, Jake Scott shows he's the real deal.
Let's see what Jake can do here in his home state of New York.
And now Jake has a duel with the legend, Tucker Hibbert. Down the Air Force flyaway to the inside. Here comes Tucker Hibbert, and he'll take the lead in the Ram turn. As the T-Train checked out, Kyle Pauline, Ross Martin, and Tim Tremblay battled bar to bar in a showcase of speed. Kyle Pauline in the second spot. Senior Smiley moved from 4th to 3rd, and now he's all the way into 2nd and running on a rail right now. Meanwhile, Logan Christian worked his way back, weaved through the pack, and onto the podium as round 9 was in the books. Stacked and ready to fire, the field is set and under starters' orders. And they're racing in New York. Into the first straightaway they go. Lincoln Lemieux nails the stud boy hole shot with Tucker Hibbert on his heels. With the stud boy hole shot to the outside, but Tucker to the inside. But the T-Train simply owns this track, and he quickly checks out. While Lincoln Lemieux rocks steady in 2nd place, Logan Christian and Kyle Pauline drag race down the backstretch for the final podium spot. 1 lap to go in there, bar to bar for the podium.
Logan had the position, but now Kyle on the outside, he's carrying a lot of speed.
So that left the standings in Pro Open looking like this, Mike.
And Tucker with a pretty substantial lead, but you've got some great battles, 2 through about 6 or 7.
Let's go down to Carly Eplin. She's with our 2nd place guy right now, Tim Tremblay.
I'm Tim Tremblay. Last year you ran away with the first here in Michigan. How are you preparing to do that again this weekend?
You know, same as usual. You know, I always come prepared, and hopefully I can do as good as last year or this year.
You say same as usual. What does that mean?
You know, we're training all year long, and we're doing the same stuff every week. So basically, we're doing the same stuff every week. So I always come prepared and try my best at the race.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Yes, Carly. Well, the scene is set. It's time to go racing in Michigan. It's round 11 of AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. And we're getting started with the Pro Open Qualifier right after this on the CBS Sports Network.
AMSOIL Championship Snocross on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Ram. Guts, glory, Ram. By GoPro, be a hero. And by Arctic Cat, share our passion.
Welcome back to AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. Our 9-time champion Tucker Hibbert did a meet and greet at a local Ram dealer last night, and it was quite well attended, as you can see, signing autographs, meeting the fans, and one family drove 3 hours just to come meet him and show a picture of their golden retriever named Tucker. Aw, cute dog. Look at this racetrack. We've got a good one on tap here for round 11 of AMSOIL Championship Snocross, the Ram Trucks National, presented by Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Mike Schroeder, take us on the GoPro lap of the day, would you please?
Interesting lap around this demanding racetrack. There you go from the start. It's a tight start, and then that left-hander, and you're over the finish line right away. Now this corner, a hard right-hander, and here's where you go uphill. There's a little bit of rhythm built into it. The top, they're calling the Talladega corner. You can go through it just about pinned, and then as you go back downhill, this is some rhythm that's built in. This is going to be a tester for some of the drivers. It comes up to a left-hander, and as you go through that, it's the U.S. Air Force flyaway. You can go double, you'll go another double, and they'll double up here again before they go down into the Ram corner. And out of the Ram corner, it transitions back to the front stretch and across the AMSOIL finish line. That's a GoPro lap of the day.
30 degrees and windy, and we are about to go racing. And let's take a look at the injuries, because it's been quite the season for that, Mike.
It has, and more people banged up all the time. Cody Camcourse out for the season with his shoulder injury.
Still lots of great racers and lots of young racers getting an opportunity to shine in this Pro Open qualifier.
It's a great qualifier. Lincoln Lemieux, Tucker Hibbert, Logan Christian, and Narsa, his return. It'll be fun to watch.
And they are racing in Michigan. Down the stretch they go, and Peter Narsa is drag racing Lincoln Lemieux. We'll give it to Peter Narsa right there, that stud boy hole shot.
We will, and look at, he went a little deep. Everybody got bunched up down underneath. No harm, no foul. They're still racing. Narsa out in front on the top side.
Look at Lincoln Lemieux dive to the inside as they come down the hill. It's Narsa and Lemieux into the turn.
This is one of the things that we're going to have to watch now, though. One of the concerns that they had is because of Peter not having as much seat time, is what's his endurance going to be like? Looks good right now.
Right now he looks great, and let's look for Tucker Hibbert, who right now is scored back in 6th spot. You'll see him on your screen in a moment, the 9-time champion. Meanwhile, out front, it's that 54 of Peter Narsa, who is back in a big way. It goes Narsa, Lemieux, and Tremblay. Lemieux and Tremblay teammates, Mike.
They are, and now Hibbert up in the 4th place. Tucker was one of the drivers that got tied up in that corner. You've seen the incident as we were watching Narsa and Lemieux do battle. Tucker now up in the 4th place, but out front with almost a second lead, Narsa looking strong on that Hench's Pertec Polaris.
Big air to the outside for Lincoln Lemieux as he tries to reel in the leader a bit, and he does in that Ram corner. They make their way out of the turn over that AMSOIL finish line. Let's set the field. It's Narsa, Lemieux, and Tremblay, 1, 2, 3, with Tucker Hibbert on the outside looking in, Mike.
Then you've got Logan Christian, John Stenberg, Renheim in 7th, and Jake Scott in 8th. But good battle in a number of different parts of this racetrack. But while battle is going on behind him, Peter Narsa, somebody off big time there.
That is Logan Christian right there, and the battle up front continues. We'll take a look at this in just a second. Narsa and Lemieux continue to battle for the lead right there. Lemieux looks to the inside in the Ram corner. Over the AMSOIL finish line, it's still Narsa for the moment, Mike.
Boy, he almost had him covered there, and look at him. He's sneaking up underneath him. He's just waiting for an opening, and he is going to charge hard. And there's Tremblay. Then right behind him is Tucker Hibbert, and that sled up in the top, it looked like it was a sled of John Stenberg.
Here comes Lincoln Lemieux to the outside. Will he try a swoop move in this turn, Mike?
He's got to cover the line, but you've got to have enough speed to carry it around the corner. Nothing there. Here's where he's going to make a move, right here.
Over the Air Force flyaway, into the left-hand Ram turn. Again, underneath looks Lemieux. It's a drag race towards the AMSOIL finish line. Narsa hangs on once again.
Watch him again, trying to come down underneath here. Nope, wasn't in position. Matter of fact, if you look at Lemieux's teammate, Tremblay, he almost made a move on Lincoln Lemieux for second place.
You're right, down the hill they come. Lemieux looks to the inside again. Narsa gets big air. It slows him up a bit. Here comes Lincoln Lemieux to the inside.
Got to cover. He's okay there. Covering the lines. That's what he's trying to do. Narsa still out in front, but not by much.
Here comes Lemieux again. And now Tim Tremblay gets in on the act. It's going to be a three-way battle for the lead as they head for the AMSOIL finish line.
Boy, there's a lot of racing to take place, too. We've got 5 laps left to go. Here he goes on the outside. Nope. And while he did that, Tremblay almost came back down underneath his teammate. It's still the same. Narsa, Lemieux, and Tremblay.
Here goes Lemieux down the hill. He'll take the lead. Lemieux with a muscular move to the inside right now. He takes it by force. Meanwhile, it's Lemieux, and here comes Tremblay around Narsa, and there's Tucker Hibbert right now in fourth.
Hibbert right behind him, and like I said early on in the race, you know, just how physically conditioned is Peter Narsa after being out for about a month.
The man on the lead point right now is Lincoln Lemieux, but here comes Tucker Hibbert. Tim Tremblay in second. Hibbert now to the inside into third as he gets around Peter Narsa. The battle's about to shape up with 2.5 laps to go for the lead. This one's not over yet.
No, and Narsa's not letting Tremblay, or rather Hibbert, run away from him either. He's trying to keep up with him. Look at Tremblay, though. He's got a bullseye on the back of his teammate. It'll be fun to watch if these two guys get by each other.
Over the Air Force flyaway, the teammates. You got the youth in the front of Lincoln Lemieux, the former champion Tremblay in second, and Tucker Hibbert looks to the outside.
Hibbert exploring with line. Started to go outside now, seeing if he can make up some ground, and he has. Let's see where he experiments a little more as we're down to 2 laps.
Lemieux has got a mirror full of Tremblay right now as they head down the backstretch. Inside comes Tremblay. The battle for the lead has begun once again.
Tremblay gonna try to cut down underneath. Nope, nowhere close enough. Lemieux positioned himself nicely. That is a great battle right there.
It's Lemieux, it's Tremblay, and it's Tucker Hibbert, and the white flag is, oh no! Tremblay gets into his teammate and knocks him off his sled. Lemieux is off his sled, Tremblay into the lead, and now Tucker Hibbert sees an open door once again. What happened down there, Carly Applin?
Guys, we just saw Lincoln Lemieux come off in this corner right behind us. He managed to get back on his sled. Unfortunately, he did lose that lead to his teammate, Tim Tremblay. We'll catch up and see what happened to him in the corner here. Not sure if it was a tangle with Tim Tremblay, his teammate, or what happened, but we'll find out and get back to you.
It absolutely was. Tremblay got into the back of his teammate, but the battle's for the win. Tucker's going to look to the inside, Mike.
Hibbert had the line, but does he have the position?
It's a drag race out of the Ram corner.
Does. He has position.
Tucker Hibbert got him on the last turn and wins this Pro Open qualifier in Ram Country. Hibbert, Tremblay, Peter Narsa will come across in third. Adam Renheim in fourth, and Lincoln Lemieux will round out the top 5. And that is just our first Pro Open qualifier. This is AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. We'll talk to our winner right after this on the CBS Sports Network. And they are racing in Michigan. Down the stretch they go, and Peter Narsa is drag racing Lincoln Lemieux. We'll give it to, here comes Lemieux again, and now Tim Tremblay gets in on the act. It's going to be a 3-way battle for the lead as they head for the AMSOIL finish line. Here goes Lemieux down the hill, he'll take the lead. Lemieux with a muscular move to the inside right now, and the white flag is, oh no! Tremblay gets into his teammate and knocks him off his sled. It's a drag race out of the Ram corner.
He had position.
Tucker Hibbert got him on the last turn and wins this Pro Open qualifier in Ram Country.
Congratulations, Tucker Hibbert, another first out here in this qualifier. It looked like a little mistake from Tim Tremblay gave you that edge to get around him.
Yeah, I wasn't riding that well at the beginning of the race, just kind of sitting back and forth, and I couldn't get myself to charge real hard, and just wasn't many lines, but I kept trying outside around here before the finish line, and just trying to avoid the roost. It was pretty hard to see a few times, but yeah, Tim made a little bobble there and just kind of opened it up for me. He had that, kind of had that win in the bag there, and just a little mistake, but I pressured him on the back straight, and I think that's maybe what got him to do that little mistake. And thankful to be up here with the win in the Heat 1, and hoping the rest of the night's a little bit less eventful. That was a kind of a crazy heat race, but it was good.
Good luck in the final.
Thank you.
So the Pro Open qualifier's over. This is how they finished, Mike.
Hibbert with the win. Had to work for it a little bit, but still out in front. Tremblay, Narsa, good to see that he's back to form after that time off after his injury. There you see the rest of them the way they finished here in this first heat.
So it's time to go racing in the finals, but quickly, reach out to us on Twitter at Snocross, like Kurt Finch did, a picture of his daughter with Tucker Hibbert. Also, another picture here. Look at this fine young man. He got himself an autograph poster from Tucker Hibbert as well. You want to see yourself on the CBS Sports Network? Tweet us at Snocross on Facebook, YouTube as well. Come check us out at Snocross. Up next, the feature for the Pro Light Division from Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. This is AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram on the CBS Sports Network. Welcome back to AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram, and welcome back to the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort site for round 11 of AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. Carly Applin, Mike Schroeder, my name is Chris Hockey, and it's time to go racing. The Pro Light Final is up next, and Mike, here's your starting lineup.
Starting lineup looks like this. Montana Jess, your points leader, is the #1 qualifier, but take a look at that front row. Tyfair, Eschel, Adams, Angove, all of these guys in the points battle. It's going to be a great final.
Max Tyfair was very fast in the Pro Open qualifiers as well. Let's look at this.
Cole Coutu, Kyle Rao, Shane Sewell coming off his knee surgery. There you see the back row.
Here we go. It's in the starter's hands. And they're racing in Michigan. 15 sleds into turn 1.
Good Eschel, but alongside him, Montana Jess. Oh, Eschel almost offloads.
Jess got the stud boy hole shot, but the race is on between Eschel and Montana Jess at the top of the hill.
Oh, and there may have been a little contact up there too. Eschel charging hard right away, pushing Jess, and Jess out front. Right behind him, that's Tyfair in third.
Look at this race, the top 3. You can throw a blanket on them. Over the Air Force flyaway goes your points leader and your leader in the feature. That's Montana Jess.
Eschel in second, Daniel Benham and Gove sitting in fourth, so we'll keep an eye on him, but Montana Jess out in front, running good lines.
The FXR turn is the side of the battle for second right now as Montana Jess gets a little bit of breathing room, but here comes Eschel to the outside.
Eschel tries to run the outside line, power on, didn't make it work. Now comes down back underneath, and Montana Jess looking a little ragged here.
But I'll tell you, Eschel had to check up, and thankfully he did. A little patience out of Elias Eschel there.
Well, we've talked about him being more patient on the racetrack. He knows he's got 12 laps there. Just be patient, look for the right spot. Underneath again, but look at the contact that's made. So it's still Jess out front, Eschel in second.
The outside goes Eschel. Jess continues to lead. Now Eschel takes the outside line. Will he swoop him
He's
here?
going to try come down underneath. Not close enough. Scrubbed off too much speed as he made the turn.
Jess to the outside. Eschel to the inside. They'll head into the left-hand turn and towards that Air Force flyaway. Eschel looks to the extreme inside. Can't make the move there.
Well, he is trying a number of different lines, just waiting for Montana Jess to open up the door. Goes down underneath here again.
He got it
That's
that
what
time.
he did.
Eschel into the lead in that ram turn, and across the AMSOIL finish line goes Elias Eschel.
Now, there's a number of things that enter in here as far as the points. Eschel missed the week because of his injury in Duluth. Montana Jess still running in second. Well, you look at Tyfair, Benham, and Angove, they're all behind him. So that's a big deal right now for Montana Jess.
And Montana Jess is a smart racer. He didn't want to give up that lead, but he knows, sit back, be patient, let's see what happens. Here's how Elias Eschel got in the lead, Mike.
Watch him as they go to the top side. Here's what we talked about, him coming down underneath. Didn't have the position right away, but then found the line. He opened up the door, Jess did, and that allowed Elias to make the pass.
You'll see right behind him the battle shaping up for second now between Max Tyfair and Montana Jess. Tyfair on the black sled, Jess on the green sled. That's second and third right there as Tyfair looks to the outside.
Montana just needs to be patient. Race your race. You know that you're a good racer. You're very competitive. You qualified up towards the top. You qualified one. Just go out and run your lines. Let these guys make them charge hard and get around you.
Out of the ram turn over the AMSOIL finish line. 8 laps to go, and it's Elias Eschel, Montana Jess, and Max Tyfair, 1, 2, 3.
Tyfair running hard on the outside. He's going to try the same thing. Come back down underneath, not quite close enough.
Oof.
Almost tried to make a run on him, and then of course Montana Jess knew he was there, picked up the pace and took some of his rhythm away. That's going to let Tyfair get by.
Tyfair with a strong move, and into second goes Max Tyfair. So right now it's Ishuel, Tyfair, and Jess 1, 2, 3 as they make their way out of the Ram turn.
Your race leader starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Ishuel now with about a 4-second lead over the rest of the field.
Let's go down to Carly by the racetrack. Carly.
Guys, this Ram corner right behind me has been an opportunity for some and a disadvantage for others. We've seen a few racers come off in this area and a few make passes. So keep your eyes right here because this could be where you see a mix-up in the podium finish tonight.
There is your leader, Elias Ishuel, very fast, very smooth, and learning to be very patient as well. Out of the Ram turn, he'll hit that AMSOIL finish line. 6 laps to go in this Pro Light final in Mount Pleasant, Michigan.
Watch his riding style now that he knows that he's out in front. It's like he backed it off a notch, maybe just a little bit. Just being a little more patient, watching his lines, making sure that he's got good marks that he's finding, and he's got a good downhill right there.
There's no doubt that he's fast. Elias Ishuel has been fast everywhere we've went. Can he stay on the sled? You learn to be patient. You learn to win the old-fashioned way. Wait for it to come to you, and that's what's happening right now. Elias Ishuel out of the Ram turn again, over the AMSOIL finish line. 5 laps to go here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. It's Ishuel, it's Tyfair, it's Jess, then Jake Angove in 4th, and Daniel Benham in 5th right now.
Yeah, and Angove was able to move up into 4th place right behind Montana Jess now. So that's only a point difference between those two if the race was to end now. Angove has worked his way up from back in about 6th or 7th place, as you see him right there. Struggling a little bit after that first round win. He did not do well in the second round and now struggling to try to get up on the podium here and at least to try to get around Montana Jess.
He's got a ways to go to catch 3rd. But again, there is your leader. We've got 4 laps to go. Elias Ishuel out of the FXR turn. Now, a bit of a storyline here. I've been watching the difference between that man right there, Max Tyfair, and Elias Ishuel. He's shaved off about a half a second a lap the last 3 laps, and right now, Max is running out of time, but he's very, very fast. Admittedly, Elias Ishuel's in cruise control mode. He knows he's got this one if he doesn't make any big mistakes, but Max Tyfair hasn't given up on reeling him in.
Well, you keep charging all the time, that is for sure. We watch them as they continue to click down laps here. That last lap, here we go, white flag out this time by.
Nope, that's 3 laps to go,
3
Mike.
laps left to go, my apologies. So Ishuel run a 37.478 to 37.695. They're almost identical
You're
times.
Right. And now we're about to see Elias get into some traffic. Again, let's see if the maturity of Elias Ishuel continues to shine here as he heads down over the Air Force flyaway, and he's got 2 lappers right in front of him right now, Mike.
There's certain places on this racetrack that are better to try to pass lappers. He'll come across the finish line. I would say on the uphill is 1. 2 laps left to go. So if he can get around one of them right here, oh, he kind of rails it around.
Takes the inside around
so
the
he
lapper.
gets around one of them, and the other would be on the downhill here. Be very smooth, find your marks, and now he's by both the lappers.
Wow, great move, great smooth riding for the young man out of Norway.
And great patience.
Absolutely. And the lead is now 4.5 seconds for Elias Ishuel over Max Tyfair. Montana Jess continues to run in 3rd. You've got Angove, you've got Benham 4th and 5th, Kolka 2, Tyler Adams and Corbin Anderson through 8. And over that AMSOIL finish line, the white flag is in the air for the Rocket, Elias Ishuel. He has been so fast all day, and he is almost to the winner's circle. This, on your screen, is the battle for 3rd. Less than a lap to go, and the man right now on the point trying to hold on to that last spot on the podium is Montana Jess, but Jake Angove trying to reel him in.
Last couple of laps, Angove has shaved off over 2 seconds off of Montana Jess's lead for 3rd place. But here is the guy. This is who it's all about right now.
Out of the Ram turn, headed for the flames. The checkers in the air for the Rocket. Elias Ishuel has won in Michigan. Max Tyfair will come across in second, followed by Montana Jess, your points leader, then Jake Angove and Daniel Benham. Your Pro Light final is in the books, and Elias Ishuel has done it. We'll come right back to talk to your winner. This is AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram, the Ram Truck Nationals on the CBS Sports Network. And they're racing in Michigan. 15 sleds into turn one. The side of the battle for second right now as Montana Jess gets a little bit of breathing room. But here comes Ishuel to the outside.
Ishuel goes down underneath here again.
He got it
That's
that
what
time.
he did.
Ishuel into the lead in that Ram turn and across the AMSOIL finish line out of the Ram turn. Headed for the flames, the checkers in the air for the rocket. Elias Ishuel has won in Michigan.
Congratulations, Elias. You said you've been working on your starts, and that might have led to the success out there tonight. Talk about what you've been learning over these past few weeks.
Yeah, it has been easier for me when I practice start now and have a better start. I have always been back there, and then it has been harder to come up here. And yeah, it's easier for me when I can come out like 2-3 like I came this time.
Time to celebrate this first place. Again, congratulations. Guys, back to you.
So here is how they finished in the Pro Light final.
He wasn't patient to begin with, but once he got out in front, I think that he really looked inside himself and slowed himself down. Nice win for Elias Ishuel.
We could be seeing the birth of greatness out of Elias Ishuel. Your points leader, though, continues to be Montana Jess. Up next, the big dogs of the Snowcross world. The AMSOIL Pro Open Final is next from Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. It's AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram on the CBS Sports Network. We'll be right back.
AMSOIL Championship Snowcross on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Polaris, Terrain Domination, by FXR, World-Class Outwear, and by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics.
Welcome back to Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, site for round 11 of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross, powered by Ram. A great racetrack and one more fantastic race on tap. The Pro Open Final is next. Carly Applin, Mike Schroeder, my name is Chris Hockey. Let's get to know one of our favorite racers a little bit more. His name is Kyle Pauline. We call him Senior Smiley. Here you'll find out why.
Racing snowcross, it's crazy. It's so much fun. I mean, I love sending it through the air on the big jumps, and you know, just coming into a corner. If you get a corner where it hooks up and you're just dragging knee in the snow, it's just the most exciting adrenaline-filled rush that you get. The new sled, I absolutely love it. It suits my riding style really good. I love to get really low, hang off the side of the sled in the corners, and with the narrowed body panels and everything, it just makes that transition from standing up in the bumps to getting down in your corner technique. It makes it all that much better. You know, going bar to bar with your buddies out there, I mean, there's only, you know, a few of us pros in the whole world, and so we all know each other really well. And it's just a blast getting to come out here and doing something that we love, and you know, enjoying that with these guys and trying our best. It's a dream come true.
Can't help but root for that guy, Kyle Pauline, and he needs a good race tonight. Here is the front row for the Pro Open Final.
Kyle Pauline, you can see there, qualified fifth. He won his first heat, didn't do well in the second as a fifth qualifier. And then in the back row, Corey Watkinson, you'll see Patton Carlson, Jake Scott, and Matt Pichet racing out at Christian Brothers
15
Racing.
15 sleds ready to go, Mike, and we are too. It's in the starter's hands. He points at each individual racer. When the light goes green, we go racing. And they're racing in Michigan. Into the turn they go, and Peter Narson gets the start by Holzon and the lead.
Boy, Hibbert was able to explode on the outside, already up into second place. Look at Narsa, though, and everybody working on an inside or outside line.
And Lincoln Lemieux is right there battling for second. So now let's set it. It's Narsa, it's Lemieux, and it's Hibbert right now in second.
Yeah, and Ross Martin right behind them, so Martin trying to do some battle as he tries to move up into the top three.
Peter Narsa right now trying to do the impossible to try to keep the T-Train behind him. T-Train to the outside. Peter Narsa over the Amsoil finish line in the lead for now, but here comes Tucker.
Tucker going to work on him right away. He knows that he's been injured. Going to try to see if he can make that pass. Tucker loves to be out front, so he's got good visibility. Trying to run underneath him.
Oh!
No, not right there.
Not showing a lot of patience as we're used to seeing out of Tucker Hibbert. He'll make the move early here and try to get around Peter Narsa as they bump and bang as they head for the the Air Force flyaway. Tucker Hibbert takes the lead.
Narsa was on the top side, couldn't get back down underneath. Tucker able to make the pass. So Tucker Hibbert, now your leader. Narsa sitting in second, and it looks like it's going to be Renheim in third, Martin in fourth, Lemieux in fifth.
17 laps to go, and your leader is the T-Train. The battle now begins for second, third, fourth, and fifth. It's Narsa, Renheim, Ross Martin, and Lincoln Lemieux all the way back to the top 5 as they head down the hill.
Dicey taking place on the top side, but look at Tucker. Tucker just taking it down into the corner, nice and smooth. He's got good rhythm, and here is that battle for second place. That is Narsa, and then Renheim right behind him. Look at Renheim. Renheim kind of tail whipped it a little bit and got it up in the top part of that hill.
Renheim is one with his sled right now, and he's doing all he can to get around Peter Narsa. He'll take the outside through the FXR turn. They drag race up the hill.
And he's carrying a little more speed. He should have line on the top side. He's going to stay down underneath.
And Renheim takes the spot. So now it's Hibbert. It's Renheim, it's Narsa. Can Renheim do anything to try to reel in the T-Train? Over the Air Force flyaway, they go. It's 1, 2, 3. Narsa will try the outside again. He's not done, but here comes Liga Lemieux.
Look at Lemieux. Lemieux knows the inside's the fast line. Back down underneath he goes. There's Renheim. Renheim now about 2.7 seconds behind Tucker Hibbert.
At the top of the hill they go. You saw Hibbert. There's Renheim. There's Narsa. There's Ross Martin and Liga Lemieux. And down the hill they go now. It's still Martin and Lemieux. Lemieux looks to the outside. This is the battle for fourth, Mike.
Lemieux trying to go underneath. Let's see what Ross does. They're both and there's some contact there. Lemieux getting into the side of Ross Martin, but he held on.
How did he hang on to that serious contact for Lincoln Lemieux? What's going on there? More battling.
More contact. That was, I believe, Ryan Springer that got into the side of Ross Martin.
Ross Martin having a hard time with everybody right now. Meanwhile, back up front, it's the battle for the podium. That's Peter Narsa and Lincoln Lemieux, the battle for third as they head down the hill. There you go.
Look at Martin looking down at his sled.
He must have broken something there with the contact.
He either has something broken or hopefully he didn't hurt that ankle again.
So there goes Tim Tremblay around him. That'll put him into fifth. And down the Air Force flyaway goes Tim Tremblay. Ross Martin continues to fade. We'll keep you up to date on that as we go. And Carly Apple, I'm sure, will do a full report. There's Kyle Pauline. Pauline now up into sixth. But up front, it's Tucker Hibbert. A 3.3-second lead over Adam Renheim. Not really running away and hiding right now, but it's more of the same out of the T-Train.
He knows now that he can just put it in cruise control. He's got no lap traffic in front of him. Make no mistakes. Find his lines. He knows exactly where he wants to go. He knows his landing points. Just looking so confident. It is just classic Tucker Hibbert right there.
Renheim right now, as Tucker hits that Amsoil finish line, will set the field for you and tell you what the lead is for the T-Train. 3.6 seconds over second place Adam Renheim. You just see him in your screen. Then you got Lincoln Lemieux. Then you got Peter Narsa and Tim Tremblay. That is your top 5 right now in the Amsoil Pro Open Final here in Michigan.
And those top 5 are spread out quite a bit. You've got about 3.5 seconds between Hibbert and Renheim. Another couple of seconds between Renheim and Lemieux and so forth, all the way back to about 6.
Down at the racetrack, Carly Apple.
Guys, Ryan Springer and Ross Martin getting caught up out there on the track. Ryan Springer appears to come off and said that his brakes are not working properly. Ross Martin sitting here off the track as well. You can see his running board is extremely bent. He's not able to finish the race, unfortunately, tonight. We'll get more updates from then, but for now, head back to you guys as we finish up this race.
And that's a crushing thing, I got to tell you, because he was running so well tonight. It's kind of a comeback run for Ross Martin to have a mechanical issue as a heartbreak.
You know, and you look at Ross Martin, you could see Ross shaking his head as Carly was telling exactly what happened. Tony, his mechanic there. You know what? And you hate to point a finger. Here's a good battle that's developing between Tremblay, and that would be the sled of
Peter Narsa.
And
Tremblay takes fourth. So now Lemieux, his teammate, is the only guy between him and the podium. But you're right, a disappointing thing for our friend Ross Martin. Who,
and you look at Ryan Springer. If Springer says he doesn't have any brakes, how hard do you want to push it? I mean, you know, you don't want to put anybody at risk, but yet you're still a competitor.
So there again is your fourth place runner. That's Tim Tremblay right there in front of Peter Narsa. It's Hibbert right there, your leader, an almost 5-second lead with just under 9 laps to go. Tucker Hibbert on the 68, our 9-time champion, working his way through the crowd. Renheim in second, Lincoln Lemieux right now in third. There's your second place runner right there. And third right there behind him, you see Lincoln Lemieux, Tim Tremblay coming up the hill as well.
Here come fourth and fifth too. So like I said, you can see the distance that's between those top 5 drivers. They're all spaced out pretty evenly.
But there he is, the T-Train. He's fast everywhere we go. He had that outside starting line being the #1 qualifier. Didn't take him long to find the front. And now he's got 8 laps to go as he hits that AMSOIL finish line. A little bit of a battle going on here between Peter Narsa and Kyle Pauline. That's for the top 5. Pauline would love to get around Peter Narsa here. He'll take the outside line. Tries to find a way around Peter Narsa. Won't work there, Mike, but he's going to work it again here after they get over the AMSOIL finish
he's going to go back to the back part of the racetrack on the uphill, try to come back down underneath, I would presume.
They drag race up the hill. It's still Narsa.
Oh, and he had a lapper there. Ryan Springer couldn't make the move. Springer was right in his line.
He got him this time on the outside. Can he make it stick? Kyle Pauline to the outside of Peter Narsa. And he will take the spot. Kyle Pauline into the top 5. So now it's Hibbert, Renheim, Lemieux, Tremblay, and Kyle Pauline, your top 5 here in Michigan with 7 laps to go.
Boy, Hibbert just starting to check out now. Like you said, about 7.5 seconds. Through a majority of the lappers. Got a few ahead of him, but otherwise pretty free sailing here for a while. Back down, he'll make the turn. Head back across the finish line one more time for 5
laps to go.
Yeah, 6 to go.
6 laps to go for the 9-time champion. He's unstoppable on every style of racetrack. The big sweeping track at Canterbury, the tiny fish hook that is Deadwood with all the contact. He's won at every style of racetrack, and he's doing it again here in Michigan. The 9-time champion is on a rail, an 8-second lead over Adam Renheim.
Renheim still got Tremblay covered by about 6 seconds. There you see Tremblay, the number 11.
Tremblay got around Lincoln Lemieux.
He did. And now Lemieux is sitting in 4th place, not on the podium.
So now it goes Hibbert, Renheim, Tremblay, 1, 2, 3. That would be your podium if it were to end right now, but we've still got 5 laps to go, and Tremblay is going to try to reel in 2nd spot. He's not done yet.
Got some work to do. He's got about 6.5 seconds he's got to make up here.
Surprised to see him having so little trouble getting around his teammate right there. I wonder if something's wrong with Lincoln Lemieux. He's been fast all night, and Tremblay got around him like he was sitting still. Down the hill goes Tremblay.
That last lap, Lincoln Lemieux ran a 40.8, so about 3 seconds slower than everybody else.
Down the backstretch goes the big Canadian, Tim Tremblay. Tremblay out of Quebec for AMSOIL Synthetic Lubricants, the U.S. Air Force. And there is Tucker Hibbert. 4 laps to go for the T-Train.
Differential staying the same between 2nd and 3rd. Tucker put more time between he and Renheim, now almost 10 seconds as he clicks off laps here in the closing moments of this Pro Open final.
Out of the Ram truck turn, we are in Ram country, and right now, Tucker Hibbert is on another planet. 3 laps to go for the 9-time champion out of Pelican Rapids, Minnesota.
A few more lappers that he needs to get around.
You see him to the inside there, Corey Watkinson. Watkinson gives him plenty of room.
Corey was going to give him plenty of room, no doubt.
There's Adam Renheim. Again, a good strong run for Adam Renheim, that 311 Jimmy John sled.
Another driver just needs to be consistent here in these closing laps for a 2nd place finish on the podium.
For Jimmy John, Skidoo, and Lucas Oil plus Fly Racing, all the way from Sweden, and right now sitting in a solid 2nd place with 2 laps to go. Look at Tucker Hibbert. from smooth to fast. Makes his way through the lap traffic. Lap and a half to go as he hits the Air Force flyaway. You see
Smoothing
again,
in,
right there.
And look at Tucker. He knows that the traffic's been inside and beat that up. Look at how
That's
he's
Peter
moved.
Narsa, by the way.
Look how he's moved outside now. He's got a little bit better, smoother line there.
White flag is out for Tucker Hibbert, and as I said, that's Peter Narsa right there, who's currently in 7th place. Tucker Hibbert has lapped all the way up to 7th place here in Michigan with less than a lap to go. The dominant driver of his generation is doing it again.
Lincoln Lemieux must have had some issues, a couple more drivers by him, but this guy's got no issues at all.
He's smooth when he needs to be. He's aggressive when he's got to be. He's patient, and he's always fast. He's out of the ram turn for the final time. The flames in the air with the checkered flag. Tucker Hibbert has done it again here in Michigan. Adam Renheim down the final stretch himself for the final time. He'll make his way out of that ram turn. The checkers await a 2nd place finish for Adam Renheim. And not far behind him, from way back to a place on the podium, and 3rd spot will go to Tim Tremblay. But the 9-time champion has done it again. Kyle Polino come across in 4th, John Stenberg 5th, Lincoln Lemieux in 6th, Peter Narsa 7th, Jake Scott 7th, or 8th I should say, Corey Watkinson in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 will be Corin Todd. We'll come back and talk to our winner and our 9-time champion, Tucker Hibbert, after this. This is AMSOIL Championship Snowcross from Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant, Michigan on the CBS Sports Network. And they're racing in Michigan. Into the turn they go, and Peter Narsa gets the start by Holzheim.
Oh, not right there.
Not showing a lot of patience as we're used to seeing out of Tucker Hibbert. He'll make the move early here and try to get around Peter Narsa as they bump and bang as they head for the the Air Force flyaway. He's out of the ram turn for the final time. The flames in the air with the checkered flag. Tucker Hibbert has done it again here in Michigan.
Congratulations, Tucker Hibbert. You got off to a great start, but you also got a tangle with that skidoo sign. Talk about that. It looked like it jolted you for a second, but you were obviously able to regain your composure.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I just changed lines at the last minute, went to the inside, and just overjumped the double a little bit, and then got all sideways and right through the skidoo sign. So I guess it was a little out of control and a little wild, but it turned out okay. And, you know, the race was good for me. I was way on the outside on the start, and it was tough. I just gave it everything I had, and got to thank Monster Energy, Arctic Cat, Ram Truck, Sled, Speedworks Clutching. It's great to get those starts and get out in the lead group on these kind of races. It makes a huge difference.
Congratulations. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Carly, and again, congratulations. Just a dominant win. Well, the D-train keeps her rolling in Michigan, Mike.
Out front, made it look easy. Some great racing behind him. Adam Renheim, Tremblay making the most passes in this race, and Kyle Polino, who qualified 5th, ends up with a 4th place finish.
Of course, Tucker Hibbert is your giant points leader right now, but it's still pretty close behind him.
It is. There's going to be some great battles 2 through 7. You're going to have to watch those battles very closely. Every point is so important.
You'll be able to watch them right here on the CBS Sports Network. 2 races left after we leave Michigan. Chicago, Illinois for the Hollywood Casino Snowcross National, and then we wrap it up at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, March 18th through 20th, the Nielsen's Snowcross Grand Finale. Here's when you can watch us here on the CBS Sports Network, including the live broadcast of the Nielsen Enterprises Grand Finale on March 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You want to follow us on social media? Of course you can do that. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you got it, at Snowcross. So make sure you check us out there and send us your pictures as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. For scores, highlights, features, and more, check out CBSSports.com. For Carly Applett, Mike Schroeder, my name is Chris Hockey. Thank you for tuning in to AMSOIL Championship Snowcross powered by Ram on the CBS Sports Network.